What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match. Barcelona win 4-2. Yet another remontada this season. We've gotten our revenge for the match in December. They won it last second, and we've done so today, and we have won it last second. A sensational result, still undefeated in 2025, and this result puts one hand on the league title. The starting lineup for this match is on the screen for you right now. It was Szczesny in goal, a back four of Kounde, Kubarsi, Inigo Martinez, and Alejandro Balde, a midfield three of Casado, Pedri, and Olmo, front three of Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, and captain Raphinha. So the one surprise from this lineup is Casado starting ahead of Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong last second had a stomach flu, was not even on the bench for this game, so Casado coming in was his only surprise from this starting 11. The first goal scored in this match was scored by Robert Lewandowski, a goal that came out of absolutely nowhere, and a goal that we scored immediately after we conceded. The ball was working its way down the left-hand side, and Inigo with a nice little dribble puts in a Hail Mary cross. Lewandowski with a crazy control and also a crazy finish. That's the problem with Lua. He can score absolute worldy, but misses the easy chances. But it's a world-class finish from Robert. Bottom right-hand corner against one of the best keepers in the world this season, and Jan All Black from outside the box. Great finish, brings it back to 2-1. The second goal scored in this match was scored by Ferran Torres 6 minutes after Lewandowski's 2-1 goal. It was well worked on the right-hand side, this time between, I think it was Pedri and Kounde. Nice cushion pass to Raphinha. Raphinha whips in a ball, and Ferran Torres with a crazy header running in behind Clement Lenglet, making a mistake, and finishes with a great header into the near post. 2-2, comeback was complete, and at that point the team were going for the winner, which I did not believe was going to happen. The third goal in this match was scored by Lamine Yamal. It is a quiero más. Lamine Yamal. Dagger from nowhere. It was with Pedri in the middle of the park. He sprays the ball out wide to Lamine. He cuts inside and shoots. The shot, I think, was going on target, but it was probably easy to be saved by All Black. Took a crazy deflection off Ronaldo, and it goes in. Sensational scenes at the Metropolitano Stadium, where Barcelona complete a second half comeback in under 20 minutes. And the fourth and final goal scored was scored by Ferran Torres, following mistake from Atletico Madrid, who of course were going for it. Build up play, I think Barrio slips and Ferran Torres picks it up. We're thinking, can you finish this off? And he finishes it very well in the bottom corner of Young All Black's left hand side. Again, it was against a run of play, but if flatters the scoreline, we will take it. And that cemented 4 goals in 21 minutes against Atletico Madrid for Barcelona. Back-to-back games now where we've scored 4 goals against Atleti. So overall, the team performance rating on the night, I'm going to be giving it a very strong 8 out of 10. I think in retrospect, we probably played a 7, but again, the fact the comeback was there, you have to give credit where it's due. Look, I think in that first 44 minutes, we were battering Atletico, as we usually do. We know how this kind of game is going to go. They're going to sit back. They had the whole entire team behind the ball. They're going to wait for a mistake from Barcelona, hit us on the break. Again, Atletico, they're such a good side this season, which it's a bit disappointing for me to see them play like that, but that's been their style for 15 years, so no point in arguing it. They get a goal against the run of play following a Lewandowski easy, but that XG for that goal is probably 0.99. An easy chance for Lua. He misses it. Then they score. We go to halftime with their heads down. They score again with Sorloth off the bench. I mean, I said Sorloth will score if you don't bring on Araujo. And as soon as Araujo comes in, what happens? Sorloth does not score. He gets nullified. To be fair, he did miss a huge 1v1 that was offside anyways. But he comes in, he scores, no surprise there. But the comeback from the team was crazy. We saw the picture of Pedri going like, this is the team 2-0 down. People were memeing it on Twitter. And again, that picture now looks like hang it in the Louvre. It is cemented. I mean, we deserve to win this game. I think, again, based on the scoreline, probably not. I think a 2-0, 2-1 win would have been fair for Barcelona. Again, both the goals from Atleti were really well worked. Credit to them. I wouldn't say, it were jammy in any sort of way. Just the manner and how we did it. So again, conceding twice sucks. But scoring, 8 goals in the last 2 games, I thought it shows how strong the front line is. And again, the amount of chances we missed in this game. Lamine in the 8th minute, Lua. There was another shot before we got the winner. I think there's a cross that came in where Lua had a good header. We had so many chances in this game. I thought he had nothing. They had the Sorloth 1v1 business that was offside. They had, of course, the 2 goals. And I think they had another chance as well that was also offside. I think was it DePaul or someone like that? They also had a chance that was offside. And Tech made a really good save that was offside. That's what I'm thinking of from Julian. So they had 4 chances. 2 of them were goals. And the other ones were, a bit fugazi. So, I mean, the belief that this is going to bring into not only the fans and the teams is going to be crazy. You know, comeback win against a huge rival. They, of course, had to play the big game in the Madrid derby in the Champions League. And they go on and get this win like this. It is absolutely sensational. I gave up. I'm like, you know what? We're probably, after Charlotte scored, I'm like, yeah, we're cooked. We're cooked. I think the best we could, I believe in the draw. You can go see my reaction on the live stream. Like, a draw maybe, but a win, hell no. I did not believe whatsoever. And again, they shut me down again. Just like in the Benfica game. They've done it again in this game. I don't know how, but I'm absolutely loving it. I will say that much. I think we deserve to win. Again, I think we played really, really well over the course of the 90 minutes. Just a few spells here, defensive lapses. I think, again, the chances that Atletico did make were not of their own doing, but of our own mistake. Like, we had the ball, Kounde with a poor pass that led to, of course, a Sorloth chance that was that he missed that was offside anyways. But all these things were accumulation of Barcelona errors, not Atletico, you know, well working. Yeah, they probably would look at them from their perspective saying they well worked the first goal, but I see it as a Kounde mistake and an Inigo mistake. But I can understand their perspective. But overall, for me, the team performance was fantastic. 8 out of 10. Credit where it's due for this team. They're on an unbelievable run, unbeaten in 2025, still to this day, and they're going for the treble. Let's now get into the players' individual player ratings. So, for the goalkeeper, Wojciech Szczesny in goal, 7 out of 10 for me yet again for Tech. Fantastic tonight. I know you can see the 2 goals. Both the goals are, to be fair, sweats, open net, so you can't really do anything with them. But again, his commanding of the box, his run out, his distribution, that great save from Julian early on in the first half from that potential offside. The commanding from the corner kicks were fantastic. Again, it's just a typical world-class performance in goal, despite conceding 2. Again, if he gets a clean sheet, you're looking at 8, 9 out of 10 from Szczesny. That's how good he was in this game. His reading of the game is just sublime as well. Fumador of Fumadors, man. He has absolutely been a revelation in goal, and the fact that I've been calling out for it and that now I'm seeing it in the flesh boosts my ego like no tomorrow. But again, the performance from Szczesny I think was fantastic despite conceding 2 goals. 7 out of 10 from me. In the setback partnership now in front of him, first on the right hand side, it was Pau Cubarsí. 7 out of 10 for me for Cubarsí. I thought he was fantastic. I mean, his vision on the ball needs to be studied. This man's I tend to think that I have decent vision, but I am watching it from the TV, from bird eye view perspective. He's finding passes that I don't even see. I'm thinking, how the hell is he like that one from in the first half? A pass in between about 3 or 4 Atletico players straight into Olmo just frees up space. It's an absolute cheat code. To be fair, he had a few mistakes in that second half that led to, of course, the Sorloth chance and other chances as well. A few misplaced passes and a bit of lots of concentration from himself. But I think overall his game was really solid. That's why I didn't give him in the match. Just a 7 out of 10 from him. I thought he had a really, really good game over the course of the 90. A few little slip-ups here and there. But I think overall he is just an absolutely world-class center back at the age of only 18. Center back partner on the other hand, Inigo Martinez on the left hand side, 5 out of 10 for me. I think he was absolutely had a stinker today. Despite getting a worldly and a crazy Hail Mary of an assist for the Lua first goal, I think I have to give him a 5. I was very, very disappointed with Inigo today. His holding of the line where you expect him to be the leader of the line, holding the offside trap, was absolutely pathetic today. Made so many individual mistakes. Despite some of them, he recovered and, you know, made up for his mistake. Still making that mistake to begin with. I think his performance was so bad from Inigo that Araujo has an optimum amount of chance now to maybe take that spot from him. That's how poor I think Inigo was today. I've rated him this season. He's been absolutely world-class, sublime, but today he dropped an all-time stinker. I know the assist will, you know, fugaze his rating on SofaScore, on Foot Mob, and on this and that. I'm telling you, 90 minutes, Inigo was very, very, very poor today. So he's getting a 5 out of 10 from me. I do expect much better from him, especially after the, you know, year and a half that he had at Barcelona so far. It's a vote backs now. First and left hand side, Alejandro Balde, 7 out of 10 for me. I thought yet again Balde was absolutely superb. Again, nothing in the final third from Balde in terms of crosses or maybe dangerous runs in the box. Although he did make the runs, nothing really came his way. But progressively, winning second balls defensively was absolutely all over the pitch. His reading of the game is improving a lot as well. So as an overall play, I thought he was sensational. Again, as a Barca fullback, you do expect him to do something going forward. But to be fair, he got into areas, didn't really get the ball. I think he had a few crosses that mostly were blocked for corner kicks. Nothing really coming into the danger area and being cut out or being connected with. But again, that middle of the play pitch from Balde today was superb. The interlinking play with Casado, with Gavi, with Olmo, overlapping runs for Rafa, getting stuck into space, winning so many second balls today. It was crazy from him. Brilliant from him. 7 out of 10 from me. Other fullback, complete opposite, my boy Jules. I tell you what, Jules has taken a fall off a cliff since being late for the Rayo Vallecano match and getting dropped. I don't know what the hell's happened with him. He has been absolutely disgustingly poor today. Again, a lot of individual mistakes from him. Getting that yellow card early as well didn't really help. Almost got a red card, which I think was correctly given by VAR as not a red card. Made the mistake for the first goal, getting beat in the air so easily by Ronaldo, in my opinion. He had some good moments in the game. Of course, some nice overlapping runs. Had some good crosses that were just cut out by the Athletic defense. But I think overall his play is poor. Again, like Indigo, I expect a lot more from Kounde. This is why maybe people may, oh, maybe he's a bit average. Maybe you could have given him a 7, blah, blah, blah. But I expect a lot more from Kounde. And I think that performance, sums it up in itself. I just don't think he was that good today. I think he got away with quite a bit. Even in the first half, got done by Lino quite a few times as well. Second half, when we were dominating the ball, dominating the possession, trying to go for it. Of course, they didn't have too much defensive actions. But still, I think Kounde had a really, really off day. Luckily, today didn't get too much exposed. 5 out of 10 from me. Into the midfield now. Firstly, Casado in the pivot, of course, is a surprise start. I've given him a 6 out of 10. To be fair, I don't think he had a really poor game, but you can see the difference between him and Frankie. And now, all the Frankie haters, all the people coming at me, oh, Casado this, Casado that. Hold that L. Again, we all know that Frankie should have started this game. Flick even said he was going to start Frankie, but of course he wasn't fit. The reason why Frankie starts this game is what, yes, you lose some of that defensive attributions, defensive side of play, but on the ball, in possession, in threat, it's just a clear land block. To be honest, Casado, the reason why I didn't give him, probably I suspect some people would be giving him maybe like 5s and 6s and stuff, 5s and like 4s. But I think defensively today, he put in a really, really good shift. Won a lot of second balls. He got stuck in, made some great challenges as well. Won a lot of the corner kick, second balls as well, which I really did like. But on the ball, you can see he's a bit hesitant. He's a bit, you can see like he's thinking. The switch of play passes are always getting cut out, and that's the difference between him and Frankie. That's why Casado in big games, coming off the bench, locking things down, reassuring us is always going to be a big plus. Starting games as well, he can do a job, but you can see the difference between him and Frankie quite clearly. But I think Casado still was okay today, so I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Other midfielder, of course, was Pedri, who I've also given a 6 out of 10. Probably for Pedri's standard, I think for a normal player, probably giving Pedri a 7 or an 8. But for me, for the Pedri standard today, average 6. Did what he had to do. Lost the ball quite a bit in the middle of the park. Some of the final third passes where you expect Pedri to make some magical passes weren't quite there. There were some for Lua, but Lua, of course, kept missing all of them. The XA for Pedri must be absolutely all over the chart. The little chance that he missed before the Julian goal, that pass from Pedri was sublime. But we didn't see that too many of that in that game, in this game. I think we saw maybe 1 or 2 of those, which of course Lua did miss, which you do expect from Pedri, especially playing in the 8, especially having Casado beside you and not Frankie. I think he controlled the game pretty well. The tempo was very strong from him, kept things flowing, kept things moving, beat the press a lot of times as well. But the final pass from me is where it lacked a little bit, lost possession a little bit as well, which I think was due to mainly the momentum shift in the game, not really on Pedri himself. But overall, I thought he wasn't too bad, so 6 out of 10 from him. Final midfielder, of course, was Dani Olmo, who will be getting a 6 out of 10 from me as well. Dani Olmo's been quite mid these past few games. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just sitting here like reminiscing and thinking about it. Like, I'm not saying that he should definitely be the starting 10 without shadow of a doubt. Had some great moments in this game, to be fair. Had some good turns, some good interlinking play as well. Was making some nice 1-2s with the runners, but I don't know. I expect to see a little bit more magic from Dani Olmo in that final third. We didn't see it today. I think he had a standard shift, to be fair to him. That's probably why he got hooked by Hansi. But I do expect a bit more from Dani Olmo in those tight space areas, especially where you think that on the bench, Gavi could maybe start this game, but Fermin probably not, because Fermin's not really good against a low block, which is probably why he didn't come on in this game as well. But I think Dani wasn't too bad. I helped a lot defensively, so shout out to him for that. Again, those balls in the middle of the park, around the half circle, he was all over that, getting a lot of second balls since Lua was getting either fouled or having twinkle toe touches. But good shift from Olmo. Expect a bit more, but wasn't really, really poor. So 6 out of 10 from me. Into the forwards now. Firstly, Lamine Yamal. You're probably thinking, Barca boy, whoa, a 6 out of 10, what are you doing? Let me explain. So, of course, yes, he got the goal in the end that won us, but let's not fugazi his overall game. I think his overall game today was an average 6 out of 10. His average performance from Lamine, he should have scored that chance in that 8th minute. I don't know how the hell he's missing that point blank from like 6-7 yards out. Misses the target completely. If it's saved, whatever, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll still be upset, but missing the target completely. Come on now. His crosses today were woeful. His connectivity play with Kounde was good at times, but at most times it wasn't. I felt like there's something missing with Lamine today. The crosses today were very poor. Overhit, underhit. I think his dribbling build-up play was fine, but in that final third again, the actions were a bit slacking. Even the dribbling as well. He dribbled past one and lose it. Wouldn't be able to get past the first man sometimes. Shout out for the winner. Shout out for the dagger. We'll take it, of course. We'll take the PR and everything. But again, overall performance today, it wasn't poor, but it wasn't fantastic, in my opinion. So 6 out of 10 for Lamine. And same thing goes for Rafa. Rafa, 6 out of 10 for me as well. Look, he got the assist for the equalizer for Ferran Torres. But before that assist, I'm thinking about match reviews during the game. I'm at match reading. I'm like, yo, he's looking at a 5. I was gonna give Raphinha a 5 today because he had a stinker, and not a stinker in the sense that he was poor, but he just had a quiet day. Nothing was going his way. He was shifting into the middle, into the right to get involved, and just nothing was falling for him. The stuff that was falling for him, overhitting crosses being blocked, shooting from distance on the volley, sending it into row Z. Nothing was falling for Rafa today. Then pull out an assist out of his arse, out of absolutely nowhere. And that is what you call a world-class player. Despite playing poorly, despite not having a good game, still gets involved and still helps the team win the game. I think, honestly, this is top 3 worst performances of Raphinha this season. And not saying he had a stinker, but just poor on his level for what we expect of him this season as well, for his impact on the team, being the captain as well. It just didn't really work for him. I don't know what. I think he just maybe had an off day, might be tired, whatever the case may be. But off day, despite the off day, still getting an assist, which shows why he should be winning the Ballon d'Or. And last but not the least, of course, Robert Lewandowski. I've been very generous with Robert. I've given him an average 6 just for the goal, really. Without the goal, you're looking at a 5 or a 4. I mean, my God, how is he missing that chance? The chance before the Gundogan goal. I don't know how he misses that. Generational striker, top 3, top 2 greatest strikers of our generation. Point blank. Skies it. It gets a little bit of a touch on the bars. Maybe that takes away from the skying it part, but again, his touch and turn was pathetic today. Had a great turn where he sent Lorenzi to the shops. That's pretty much it. Hold up play was pretty poor from him as well. Getting fouled a lot, and 9% of the 5 times he gets fouled, it doesn't get called his way. It looked like he was the main problem. In the end, he got the goal. Crazy goal. Shout out to him, but I still think that in games like this, he costs us more than he does. And again, he's still, leading for the Pichichi. 36 goals this season. It's crazy the numbers on his side, but you can just see the performances are just not with him. And I think that today was another example. He gets away with it with the goal. I think with the win and the goal, he gets away with it a little bit. But if we're just looking at that 90 minutes, it wasn't the best from Robert yet again. So 6 out of 10 from me. Now for the substitutions, the subs were, of course, Ferran Torres, Eric Garcia, Araujo, Gerard Martin, and Gavi. Poor Gavi, I think, got one clearance, and that one clearance, Araujo pushed him in encouragement, and he fell. Gerard Martin was decent on the ball. I tell you what, Gerard Martin is developing quite well. I know he was one of the worst players I've seen put on the Barca shirt, but over the past few months, he is growing. Araujo came in, put in the shift. Eric Garcia was a bit a pointless sub in my book. I can see why Flick did it, because he wanted more control, he wanted more stability on the ball in the midfield, which is why he brought in Eric Garcia for Casado. But a useless substitution in my books. Did all right, Eric, to be fair to him, but defensively got caught out a little bit, and I felt like it was a pointless sub, of course, being tuned in. But in the end, it looks like I was proved wrong. And Ferran Torres, I guess, man of the match for me. 2 goals, 2 crazy finishes as well, had an impact on the game, playing off that left-hand side, making those runs into the false 9 position. So shout out to Ferran. He definitely had the impact in this game, definitely one of the reasons why we did win. And that will come, of course, down from Flick to making that substitution. Shout out for Flick for bringing on Araujo as well. 20 minutes too late, because Solaf almost scored a hat-trick, but he brought him in nonetheless, kept him a bit quiet as well. So overall, the subs, to be fair to them, had impact on this game. Maybe some more than others, and some that were unlikely to have impact, but in the end, it all worked out. And last but not least is, of course, the manager, Hansi Flick. I was dilling and dallying on what to give him as a rating. I've given him a 7, which of course is 1 under the team. Look, starting lineup, I have no problem with starting Casado over Frankie, especially with Frankie being out. I think we played well. My only issue, again, with Flick is these damn substitutions he's taking. Again, we got the win. They were impactful in the end. Maybe I'm just an absolute idiot. But in the game, my level of frustration was at an all-time high with Flick. His in-game management is pathetic. Some should be coming on way earlier. I don't know how he came on 20 minutes late. Because if Sorloth scores that chance, and Sorloth is onside, we're 3-4-1 down. Sorloth hat-trick came coming off the bench, and he's looking like an absolute embarrassment, Flick. So we got away with it a little bit, to be fair in my book. I just think that, I don't know why, but in the big games where we're trailing, when we need something to change, he just looks like he's clueless. Because look at the Madrid game, 4-0, we battered them. 5-2, we battered them. Bayern, 4-1, we battered them. All these games, because we know from the start we were doing well, everything was going well, and the subs were more so impactful. Of course, made that great halftime sub with De Jong in the Bernabeu game. But again, just, the Atletico Madrid games, the 2-1 loss, the 4-4, I expect him to make those changes to have an impact on the game, which, to be fair, he did today. That's my issue, but I feel like the subs could have been more impactful. We could have been more comfortable. Again, it was a 90th minute winner from them. I think we should have been winning before that. I think the substitutions, they were timed well and done well. We could have been winning by like the 85th minute or so. That's my problem with Flick. Got away with it. I think, again, if Solot scores a brace, and Solot's already scored, and we already know what the problem is. The fact that he didn't bring on Araujo immediately was, I think, beyond criminal. Gavi coming on last second as well. Bring him on a few minutes earlier. I guess if he did, then Pedri wouldn't have gotten the pre-assist for the win, so I guess I'll take the L on that. But I love Flick. I respect him. He's done so well this season for this team, but I just expect a bit more in a game like this. And now I'm worried. I'm not thinking about, the Bayern Dortmund game coming up. Atletico to come out ahead as well with it being the league UCL final, Cup of the Way final. He needs to have that impact in the game when things are not going our way, in the sense that something needs to change for us to be even more powerful, more progressive than we are. But overall, got the job done today. Shout out to him. 7 out of 10 from me. So that was a match review for Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona in La Liga. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course in the comments down below as well. Let me know your thoughts on everything we did discuss. Main thing I want firstly, of course, is your thoughts on the performance, your player ratings, and your manager rating as well. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time on the channel, undefeated in 2025. Take care, and Forza Barca.